What's going on, YouTube? It's NC Place to Be. Channel train Mr. Andy. Back to give you guys another video game, wrestling video game update here. In this one, we ain't talking about W2K22, which, by the way, I want to come up on screen and let you guys know that, first off, I am playing W2K22 almost every single day. I haven't recorded anything for it yet because I'm setting up for Universe Mode in my faction. Like I said, I needed a couple mental health days to myself. So I appreciate all you guys out there that still supporting me and wondering where all the 2K content is at. So I appreciate you being patient with me. But today, we're talking about AEW. Now, this news did come up from from Fightful Selects a couple days ago. Like I said, I was taking a mental health break and I was enjoying the holidays with my family. So now I'm back. I said we can finally talk about it now, and that is that the new AEW console video game is scheduled to hit this year. I predicted this year, but I didn't predict the month that they're talking about here. So what they're talking about is that in September of this year, that AEW console video game is scheduled to hit. So there's not much really going on here other than that Fightful Selects reported that they are having a release window date for September of 2022. So hopefully, because they said that they are trying to find a publisher, and apparently they have found a publisher. We don't know whether the publisher is York's, the new one, EA, or whatever the case may be, that's going to publish this game, like 2K publishes for WWE. But we do know that is some good news, so hopefully we can get some more news, because we haven't got an update about the game since we seen the Jungle Boy footage back in September, I believe it was. Well, now we should be getting some of that also. And also Kenny Omega did an interview also with the Wrestling Observer talking about, he's a big gamer, talking about the game and stuff like that. He also says that we will never be able to compete with the production value of the WWE games. He said, you look at 2K22, it's absolutely gorgeous. He said, however, it seems that AEW game is not necessarily looking to compete with W2K22 in that arena anyway. Instead, we'll be more focused on the gameplay. So obviously, I know the AEW console game may look a little bit more cartoony to some, and may look a little, bulky opposed to what 2K looks like, because this is the best 2K game when it comes to graphics, okay? Because they really did a great job on the visual also, but they want to focus more on the gameplay. He said, we just want a wrestling game. We want the wrestling to feel like how it used to be, to feel for people who would play wrestling games back in the day. I know that feeling. I remember calling my friends over to play No Mercy, to play WrestleMania 2000, to play WWE versus NWO Revenge, to play Smackdown, Know Your Role. All those kind of things. I understand. Or SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. I understand we talk about just going back in the day and playing like those old wrestling games. And yes, I mean, of course, the graphics are still going to look pretty good. I mean, I know people gonna probably want them to look like 2K, but they're not gonna compete with them on that. But when it comes to the gameplay, they want it to be like, an old school wrestling game, and I am all for that. So if the thing is supposed to be coming out in September, I'm going to be covering it right here on the channel and breaking stuff all down when they release more things, trailers, match types, the roster. That's one thing I am really concerned about, because if they're really trying to do a September release. Now, once again, this has not been confirmed by AEW or York's Games or anything like that. This has been talked about by Fightful Select, so there's no necessarily guarantee that this is going to be the case. It could still be early next year, 2023. It could be delayed till late 2022. We don't necessarily know. But when it comes to the roster, as we see that a lot of people from WWE have been jumping ship and Cody jumped back to WWE, how's the roster going to look? What was their cutoff date, in a way, to bring people in, to bring them out, the DLC and stuff like that? So I'm curious to see all that. But if you guys want to know all about that, you make sure you subscribe right here on the channel, because I'll be covering all that when that stuff does come out. So that's some good news here. So post any comments down below. You guys excited for the new AEW wrestling video game? I believe they trademarked some type of title. I think it's going to be called Fight Forever. It's rumored, it's not necessarily confirmed yet, but these are the stirrings that I'm hearing. So if you guys are excited for it, post any comments down below. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my cover of this, and make sure you guys subscribe to NC Level Up when I do put up WWE 2K22 content. I most likely will be back here also talking more about 2K22, because there's a DLC pack coming out next week, and I want to try some DLC pack out, and I'll have a poll asking which guys would y'all want me to start off with. So yeah, make sure you guys check out all that great stuff. So once again, this is NC, the place to be. Children Train Mr. A&D, and the Nerd Coalition is out.